I will never look at a clock the same way after learning this. Brace yourself. Time, as we know it, is about to take on a whole new meaning. Imagine waking up one day, only to find yourself trapped in a place you don't recognize, with a countdown timer ticking away on your wrist. This is the story of Andrew, an ordinary man thrust into an extraordinary situation. Our story begins with Andrew, a regular guy who wakes up in an unfamiliar place. His eyes flutter open, and he finds himself lying on a cold, hard floor. The room is dimly lit, and the air is thick with the scent of dust and neglect. As he sits up, confusion washes over him. He doesn't recognize his surroundings. The walls are bare, and the only furniture in the room is a desk and a chair, both covered in a thin layer of dust. He tries to recall how he got here, but his memory is a blur. The room resembles an abandoned office, dimly lit and eerily silent. The only sound that breaks the silence is the faint ticking of a clock, echoing around the room. The sound of ticking clocks is almost hypnotic, and Andrew finds himself drawn to it. He looks around, trying to locate the source of the sound, but there are no clocks in sight. Confused and disoriented, he looks down at his wrist and sees a strange bracelet. It's unlike anything he's ever seen before. The bracelet is sleek and metallic, with a small digital display that shows a timer counting down from 30 minutes. The timer is counting down from 30 minutes. Panic starts to set in as he realizes that he has no idea what will happen when the timer reaches 0. Before he can make sense of it, a phone on the desk starts ringing. The sound is jarring in the otherwise silent room, and Andrew hesitates before approaching the desk. The screen of the phone is flashing with an urgent message, "Do not ignore." His heart races as he reaches out to pick up the receiver. Andrew hesitantly picks it up, his hand trembling slightly. He brings the receiver to his ear, unsure of what to expect, only to hear a chilling voice on the other end saying, "You have 30 minutes to find a way out. If the timer hits 0, it's over." The voice is cold and emotionless, sending a shiver down Andrew's spine. He glances at the timer on his wrist, watching as the seconds tick away. Panic sets in as Andrew frantically asks, "Who are you? What is this?" His voice is filled with desperation, but the voice on the other end remains calm. But the voice cuts him off. "No time for questions. Move!" The call ends abruptly, leaving Andrew in stunned silence. The call ends abruptly, and Andrew spots a note on the desk. "Start with yourself." The message is cryptic, but he knows he has no choice but to follow it. The tension mounts as he realizes he has no choice but to play along. He takes a deep breath, trying to steady his nerves. He knows that time is running out and he needs to act fast. Will he find a way out before time runs out? Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of the loop. Andrew's journey is far from over, and the challenges he will face are only just beginning. As he starts to search the room for clues, he can't shake the feeling that he's being watched. Every shadow seems to move, and every sound makes him jump. The pressure is mounting, and the clock is ticking. This is just the beginning of the loop. Andrew's journey will take him to places he never imagined, and he will have to confront his deepest fears if he hopes to survive. The clock is ticking, and the stakes are higher than ever. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where Andrew's adventure continues, and the mysteries of the loop begin to unravel.